Mr. Phileas Fogg lived simply and quietly in his large London house. He did the same things at the same times each day. On the morning of Wednesday, October 2nd, 1872, Mr. Fogg was waiting to interview a new servant. There was a knock at the door, and a strong young man came in. He introduced himself as Jean Passepartout from France. Passepartout used to be a circus acrobat and a firefighter in Paris, but now he hoped for a quieter life in England. Hearing that he worked hard, Mr. Fogg hired him immediately. He told him, "You can start today." At exactly 11:30, Fogg walked to the Reform Club. He went there almost every day to read newspapers and play cards. His friend Stuart shared the news. "Someone has taken £55,000 from the Bank of England." They thought the thief would never be found because the world is too big. But Fogg answered, "The world has grown smaller. With fast ships and new railways," Fogg said, "you could now travel round the world in only 80 days. Stuart said no one could do that. Fogg quietly replied, "If I can't, I'll give you £20,000. The others discussed Fogg's idea. Finally, they agreed to the bet, £20,000 if he succeeds. He promised to return to that same room before 8:45 on Saturday, the 21st of December. Fogg walked home and told his servant, "Passepartout, put some clothes in this bag. I'm traveling round the world." "Round the world," said Passepartout, surprised. Fogg put £20,000 into a large bag and said they leave at 8:45. 5 minutes later, their long journey began as the train moved slowly out of the station towards Paris. In Egypt, the heat of Suez meant nothing to Fogg. It was just a timestamp on his schedule. But for Passepartout, it was a dream of minarets and golden sands. As they boarded the Mongolia to cross the Red Sea, the contrast was clear. The master played cards, indifferent to the world, while the servant marveled at the dolphins and stars. All the while, Fix waited for an arrest warrant that never came, forced to join them on the voyage to India. India appeared on the horizon, a land of vast beauty. In Bombay, Passepartout was enchanted by the exotic sights and sounds. However, curiosity led to trouble when he entered a holy temple without removing his shoes. Chased by angry priests, he barely escaped, rushing back to the station just in time. Fogg, calm as ever, simply checked his watch. The train departed for Calcutta, carrying them into the heart of the subcontinent. Disaster struck in the middle of the jungle. The railway line, supposed to be complete, suddenly ended. 50 miles of dense forest lay between them and the next station. While others panicked, Fogg didn't blink. "Time is more valuable than gold," he declared, paying £2,000 for an elephant named Kiuni. With a guide leading the way, the unlikely travelers continued their race against time through the wild. Deep in the forest, the journey turned into a rescue mission. They discovered a young woman, Aouda, being forced into a deadly ritual. Putting his schedule at risk, Fogg decided to save her. With Passepartout's bravery, they snatched her from her captors. Fogg had lost time and money, but as they boarded the train to Calcutta with Aouda safe beside them, he had gained a life.